Most people believe that more choices mean more freedom, more options, more paths, more control over life. But quietly, without warning, something begins to break. The mind slows. Decisions feel heavier. Even simple actions become exhausting. And eventually, a strange paralysis sets in. Not because there are no paths forward, but because there are too many. Long before the modern world multiplied decisions into endless variations, the warriors of Japan understood a quieter truth. Freedom is not found in the expansion of options. It is found in the narrowing of them. The samurai did not seek endless possibilities. They sought clarity. And clarity required something most people avoid: limitation. Chapter 1. The Weight of Choice. In the modern world lived a man named Ren. His life was filled with opportunity. He had access to information, paths, and possibilities that no generation before him had ever known. At any moment, he could change direction, start something new, or abandon what he had begun. On the surface, this looked like freedom. But beneath this abundance, something began to erode. Every decision felt uncertain. Every choice carried doubt. When he started a task, a quieter voice would appear, suggesting there might be a better option elsewhere. When he committed to a path, his attention split toward alternatives he had not taken. Ren did not lack ability. He lacked finality. His mind never arrived anywhere because it was always aware of what it had left behind. And slowly, this awareness became a burden. The more options he had, the less decisive he became. Chapter 2. The Samurai's Constraint. The samurai lived within strict boundaries. Their code, their duty, their identity were not flexible concepts. They were fixed. In Bushido, the way of the warrior, choice was not something to be endlessly reconsidered. Once a path was chosen, it was carried fully. This was not blindness, it was discipline. The samurai understood that the moment you leave the door open to alternatives, your presence weakens. Part of you remains elsewhere. Part of you hesitates. And hesitation, in their world, was not a minor flaw. It was a fracture. Miyamoto Musashi wrote that one must not have a favorite weapon, but must master all as one. This did not mean endless experimentation. It meant unity. No division between options, no attachment to alternatives, only complete presence in the moment of action. Chapter 3. The Divided Mind. A mind filled with choices is a divided mind. Each option pulls attention in a different direction. Each possibility creates a subtle tension. Over time, this tension becomes constant. Even in stillness, the mind moves. Zen teachings addressed this directly. The discipline was not to explore every thought, but to let them pass without attachment. A monk did not chase every possibility that appeared in the mind. He observed and he remained. In this way, the noise of choice began to fade. Ren had never experienced this. His mind was always evaluating, comparing, and reconsidering. Even rest felt incomplete. Even progress felt uncertain. He was not overwhelmed by work. He was overwhelmed by possibility. Chapter 4. The Illusion of Better. One of the most subtle traps of too many choices is the illusion that something better always exists. A better path, a better decision, a better version of what you have already chosen. This illusion does not create improvement, it creates dissatisfaction. The samurai understood this danger. Once a decision was made, it was not revisited through doubt. It was refined through action. Improvement did not come from changing direction, it came from deepening commitment. Ren noticed this pattern in himself. Every time he chose something, his mind drifted toward what he had not chosen. This quiet comparison weakened his effort. It diluted his focus, and over time, it made even good decisions feel insufficient. Chapter 5: The Discipline of Closing Doors. The samurai did not become strong by keeping options open. They became strong by closing them. A closed path removes hesitation. It removes negotiation. It removes the constant need to reconsider. This discipline is uncomfortable. It feels like loss. It feels like limitation. But in reality, it is the beginning of clarity. When there is only one direction, attention gathers, energy concentrates, action becomes clean. Ren resisted this at first. The idea of closing doors felt restrictive. It felt like giving something up. But slowly, he began to understand that what he was giving up was not opportunity. It was distraction. Chapter 6: Small Decisions, Final Commitments. Musashi did not build mastery through grand choices. He built it through small, repeated commitments. Each action was simple, but it was complete. There was no internal debate after it was made. Ren began to experiment with this principle. He chose one task each day and committed to finishing it without reconsideration. No switching, no adjusting, no searching for better alternatives. At first, it felt unnatural. His mind resisted. But something began to shift. The absence of choice created a quiet focus. Without alternatives, his attention stopped scattering. He began to experience what the samurai understood. Clarity is not found in selecting the perfect option. It is found in fully engaging with the chosen one. Chapter 7: The Return of Presence. As Ren reduced his choices, something unexpected returned: presence. His actions became heavier, more deliberate. His thoughts slowed. The constant tension of comparison began to fade. He no longer felt the need to evaluate every possibility. He no longer searched for something better in the middle of action. Instead, he began to stand inside what he was doing, fully, without division. The samurai called this a unified mind, a mind that does not split itself across alternatives, a mind that does not weaken itself through endless reconsideration. It is not a mind without thought, it is a mind without fragmentation. Chapter 8: Strength through Limitation. Modern life teaches expansion, more options, more flexibility, more variation. But strength does not grow in expansion alone. It grows in constraint, in repetition, in commitment. The samurai limited their choices not because they lacked opportunity, but because they understood the cost of too many paths. Every open door is a piece of attention left behind. Every alternative is a division of focus. Ren began to feel this truth directly. As his options decreased, his strength increased. Not in a dramatic way, but in a quiet, steady way. Decisions became simpler. Actions became cleaner. His mind became still. Conclusion: the quiet discipline. The cost of too many choices is not confusion alone. It is fragmentation. It is the slow weakening of presence. It is the inability to fully arrive anywhere. Ancient Japanese philosophy does not reject choice. It refines it. It teaches that true freedom is not found in endless options, but in the ability to commit without hesitation, to act without division, to remain without searching for escape. When you close unnecessary doors, something opens within you: clarity, focus, strength. And in that narrowed path, you finally begin to move forward.